Mission Apollo 1.
America Apollo 11. Launch date July 16, 1969. Landing date July 20, 1969. Mission objective: the first successful human moon landing. Astronauts Neil Armstrong and Edwin "Buzz" Aldrin became the first and second humans to walk on the moon, while Michael Collins orbited above in the command module. Notable quote: "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." Neil Armstrong. Apollo 12. Launch date November 14, 1969. Landing date November 19, 1969. Mission objective: conduct scientific experiments on the lunar surface. Astronauts Charles, Pete, Conrad and Alan L. Bean performed 2 moonwalks and retrieved parts from the Surveyor-3 spacecraft, which had landed on the moon earlier. Apollo 14. Launch date January 31, 1971. Landing date February 5, 1971. Mission objective: conduct scientific experiments and collect samples from the lunar surface. Astronauts Alan Shepard and Edgar Mitchell explored the moon's Fra Mauro region, and Shepard famously hit golf balls on the moon. Apollo 15. Launch date July 26, 1971. Landing date July 30, 1971. Mission objective: focus on scientific exploration with the first use of the lunar roving vehicle, moon buggy. Astronauts David Scott and James Irwin conducted geological surveys and collected a wide range of samples. Apollo 16. Launch date April 16, 1972. Landing date April 20, 1972. Mission objective: further scientific research, exploring the Descartes Highlands region of the moon. Astronauts John Young and Charles Duke conducted moonwalks and performed experiments. Apollo 17. Launch date December 7, 1972. Landing date December 11, 1972. Mission objective: study the Taurus Littrow Valley region and conduct experiments. Astronauts Eugene Cernan and Harrison Schmitt were the last humans to walk on the moon, leaving the famous message, "We leave as we came, and, God willing, as we shall return, with peace and hope for all mankind." Russia Luna 2. Launch date September 12, 1959. Mission objective: first human-made object to reach the moon. It crash-landed on the moon's surface, providing valuable data about the moon's radiation and magnetic fields. Luna 16, 20, and 24. Launch dates: Luna 16, September 12, 1970. Luna 20, February 14, 1972. Luna 24, August 2, 1975. Mission objective: robotic sample return missions. These spacecraft collected soil samples from the moon and brought them back to Earth. China Chandrayaan-3. Launch date December 1, 2013. Landing date December 14, 2013. Mission objective: China's first successful moon mission. It carried the U-2 rover, which conducted scientific experiments and explored the moon's surface. Chang'e 4. Launch date December 7, 2018. Landing date January 3, 2019. Mission objective: first soft landing on the far side of the moon. The mission included the YUT-U2 rover, which continues to explore and conduct experiments on the lunar surface. Chang'e 5. Launch date November 23, 2020. Return to Earth December 17, 2020. Mission objective: lunar sample return mission. The spacecraft collected soil and rock samples from the moon's surface and brought them back to Earth. Japan Hagoromo, Hitain. Launch date January 24, 1990. Mission objective: Japan's first lunar mission. The spacecraft achieved lunar orbit but was not designed for landing. It conducted observations of the moon's surface and environment. Kaguya, Celine. Launch date September 14, 2007. Mission objective: lunar orbiter designed to study the moon's gravitational field, surface topography, and mineral composition. It also observed the Earth and the moon's interactions. India Chandrayaan-1. Launch date October 22, 2008. Mission objective: India's first lunar mission. It orbited the moon and discovered water molecules on the lunar surface. The mission also carried instruments from other countries. Chandrayaan-2. Launch date July 22, 2019. Orbiter insertion August 20, 2019. Lander crash September 6, 2019. Mission objective included an orbiter, lander, Vikram, and rover, Pragyan. While the lander crash landed on the moon, the orbiter continues to study the moon's surface and environment. Chandrayaan-3 launched July 14, 2023 and reached at moon surface on the 23rd of August 2023. Europe Smart 1. Launch date, September 27, 2003. Mission objective, Smart 1, Small Missions for Advanced Research in Technology 1, was a lunar orbiter mission aimed at testing new propulsion technology and conducting scientific observations of the Moon. It used solar electric propulsion to reach the Moon. Lunar orbit, November 2004 to September 2006. Mission achievements. Smart 1 provided valuable data on the Moon's surface composition and helped improve our understanding of the Moon's geology.